Howdy guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another monthly favorites video. So I have a lot of stuff to go over, so I'm literally just gonna cut the bullshit and just jump right in because my god, was June a crazy month of stuff. So let's get right into the movies that we watched in the month of June. So you know I have to bring it up, guys. Morbius. Not only was this movie an 11 out of 10. I mean, just the results really speak for themselves. I had to speak about it, in fact, on my main channel. Like, look at this shit, dude. Got a fucking 1,600% on Rotten Tomatoes, 710 audience score. Now that's crazy talk, dude. That's amazing. But no, we watched Morbius on the movie night on Discord, and you know, I think that everyone's general consensus about the movie is that it was just all right. I mean, it was pretty bad. If I'm gonna be totally honest, it wasn't that good at all. But yeah, it's so funny that like this movie became a meme because of how bad it was. I just think that's great. So, yeah, we watched a memeable movie. And speaking of memeable movies, we got this bad boy as well. I watched Aragon in the month of June, and this is a movie that like critically throughout the entire internet and its entire history. I think this came out in like 2009 or around there. But like through its entire history, everyone dogs on this movie. And I remember like the first time I saw it, I'm like, oh yeah, this isn't that good. And then I watched it again, and for some reason, I just really appreciated it. I can't tell you why, but I was like, this is actually kind of fucking dope. And like the more I watch it, the more I think it's dope. So that said, tonight, literally right now, you guys can go and watch Aragon with me on my Discord. We're doing a Discord movie night where we're going to watch Aragon, even though I've already seen it like last fucking week. Yeah, I love it, and I even have it playing in the background right now. It's good, okay? I mean, it's not, but it's good. It's good and it's not at the same time, okay? So yeah, watch that. Also, had the chance to watch Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which is Doctor Strange 2. I actually did a movie, what do they call it? Movie catch-up, new series I started, about Doctor Strange, everything leading up to this movie. And so actually seeing it and being able to see the finality of everything that we, you know, had theorized might happen in this movie, it was kind of cool to see. I don't want to spoil for those. I mean, it's been out for a little bit now. May 6th. You guys can see it right there. It's been out for a little bit, but I still don't want to spoil in case like you're behind in the MCU. There's like 30 fucking plus movies, so I don't blame you. But general thoughts about it, I thought that it was good, not great. I think I gave it like around a 7.5, I would say. Like, there's some really cool visuals in this movie. There's definitely some fucking plot holes and some shit that like I didn't feel like it was within certain characters to do. And just like things that I felt were just completely left out. You know, like I won't get into it. Again, I don't want to spoil shit. But yeah, there's just I had some problems with the movie, but generally it was like still a fun time. If you like Marvel movies, if you like fucking Benedict Boner Watch or whatever his name is, can we just change the name to Benedict Boner Watch now? You might like this movie. So yeah, good one though still. Moving on, we also watched The Fantastic Beasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore, or as I like to call it, Neat Creatures, The Hushies of Dumbleguy. It's actually what I called this movie when I named it in my very real movie, in my movies that are definitely legally downloaded. I said legally, okay? FBI agent watching. I own this movie. Jeez Louise. Won't you fucking relax about it? So yeah, I watched this movie. And fuck's sake, dude. I don't like it. Man, it's just... Fuck. I don't even know where to start with this movie. It was like just all over the place. It's like very obvious that they're trying to capitalize on... Obviously, like... trying to capitalize on the money aspect of J.K. Rowling's creations and all that, but it's just I really feel like this shit has overstayed its welcome, and I don't say that lightly because I do like Harry Potter quite a lot, other than the fourth movie, as you guys know. But like I really do like Harry Potter universe and all of it, but I just feel like this shit doesn't really represent it, if that makes any sense. Like, they're almost, in my mind, completely separate entities. Entity. Entities. Sorry, I missed a T in there. But yeah, like, I don't know. They're just completely different. And we're not gonna get into the whole, like, this is a fucking hilarious, like, universe, specifically because you got fucking Ezra Miller in it because of all the shit that's been going on with him. And I just love that Warner Brothers was like, okay, we're gonna recast Johnny Depp because he's problematic right now, and they still have Ezra Miller in it. It's so funny. That is, oh man, comedy. Love it. I love the comedy of this. I don't love this movie. This movie was butt cheeks. So moving on, also had a chance to watch a few really cool sci-fi movies in this month. I like to kind of every once in a while theme my months with like what I'm watching. So I wanted last month to be a sci-fi month and this month to be a fantasy month, but it's kind of bleeding over and I'm still watching sci-fi stuff right now. But my girlfriend had not had a chance to watch a lot of Tom Cruise specific sci-fi movies. So one of my favorite sci-fi movies of all time is Minority Report. We didn't watch that one because we had watched that a long time ago, but we did watch Oblivion, which is one of the very fucking underrated Tom Cruise sci-fi movies. I don't know why people didn't like this movie when it came out. I don't know if you've even ever heard of it, but it's a great fucking movie. It's one of those movies that's like Ridley Scott's Alien, where like it's a slow to start movie and there's just kind of like you're taking in kind of clues every once in a while to figure out what the fuck's going on. And then the payoff is like, oh shit, and it's really interesting. And not only do we get great performances from all the dudes, but the soundtrack. We got my favorite motherfucking band. I mean, tied in first, my favorite band. M83, goddamn, did the soundtrack to this fucking movie. And you might be saying, oh, well, is it good? Is it good? Listen to this shit. Get hyped from this. I'm gonna break shit if I keep going. It's so good, dude. It's like definitely one of the reasons to watch it is just to get insanely hyped from the soundtrack. So yeah, we watched that one. We also watched another great Tom Cruise sci-fi movie, which is called Edge of Tomorrow. I think if I was to stack Oblivion and Edge of Tomorrow next to each other and try to rate which one is better, it's really tough because they're completely different in like their delivery of how they go about like showing you clues and the sci-fi elements of it. This one is definitely more, actually they're both pretty action oriented now that I think about it, but both movies are definitely crazy mind fucks, definitely have a lot of sci-fi elements. This one is super interesting, mainly I think to me because its creature design is fucking nuts. Like every time I watch it, I come in my pants a little bit, just a little, not in like, not enough to alarm anyone, but there's definitely some cum in my pants whenever I see the creatures. Please don't quote that. They're just really cool. Like, they fucking, like, move all, like, nasty. I can't even describe. You'll just have to watch it, okay? Just take my word. And if there's a movie that can make me cum in my pants a little bit, then take my word that it's probably pretty good, okay? So, moving on to, I think, the last movie that I wanted to talk about, which is Mr. Bean. So this is... I'm laughing for several reasons. One is just the poster itself is fucking great. Like, it's just him staring at me. It's almost like he's judging me, my life choices. That's fair. But Mr. Bean is I think this movie came out sometime in the 90s, maybe in the 2000s, but Mr. Bean as like an IP was something that was definitely in the 90s. It was like a British TV show that then got made into a movie. And it's one of those things where, like, the movie is fucking fantastic and, like, the comedy, dude. Like, there is not many movies in this day and age that can match the level of comedy to Mr. Bean. And if you've never seen Mr. Bean movie or the TV show or anything, definitely give this movie a watch. And if you like it, just go on a fucking Rowan Atkinson, who's the actor who plays Mr. Bean. Just go on off a fucking diving board and just watch a bunch of his movies because they're all great, give or take a few of them. But yeah, this is a great one. You'd fucking love it, so go watch it. So moving on to TV shows. So I wanted to start with a couple of TV shows that I think I would rate the lowest, and then we're going to get up to the ones that I would rate the highest. So sadly, if you can believe it, one of the ones that I rate the lowest out of the ones that I've seen in the last month is the Orville. And that's saying quite a lot with its competition of what I'm going to be talking about, because I would still rate the new season of the Orville in the episodes that I've seen, because it comes out weekly. I'd still rate it like a solid fucking 8. They only are ramping up in their level of like trippy concepts, almost like social commentary in a way. Like that's one reason that I'd really love the Orville. And of course, cannot forget goddamn Seth MacFarlane over there looking just sexy as all hell. But I think he just really hit his stride in this season, like on the social commentary shit, and like making like in the fucking first season, they talk about like abortion and shit, which yes, that's a hot button issue right now. My God. But like they talk about it in a way that's digestible and like interesting, in the terms of like a sci-fi universe and like different cultures and how it's acceptable or not acceptable. And it's in a way just kind of pointing a spotlight on the issue without really, I mean, they're definitely taking sides when it comes to certain issues, but it's like they kind of try to offer it in a way that's digestible to anyone, like I was saying. So in this season, the first episode is literally about suicide. So they cover like hot button fucking issues, and it's just really great. Like, I know that it sounds like, you know, it might be serious or whatever, but the thing about the Orville is that it's a comedy TV show mixed in with a sci-fi, mixed in with social commentary. So it's really fantastic the way that they kind of are able to do all of that in one show. And it's all in part due to Seth MacFarlane's amazing writing. Gotta love that guy. If I could go down on one guy in the... Okay, I'll stop the sentence right there. Sorry. So moving on, we also got ObiWan Kenobi. ObiWan Kenobi. Which was a Star Wars show that came out. And I haven't really been keeping up with like a lot of the other shows. Like I watched The Mandalorian, haven't watched all of Boba Fett, but that's because me and Tay were watching it together, and so I'm waiting for him to come back over and finish it. But yeah, so I watched Kenobi, and like what I'll say is that it's fine. I don't think it's needed, to be honest. Like I don't know. It's very obvious that Disney was like, oh yeah, Kenobi. Oh, that's a recognizable name. Yeah, let's make something with that. But dude, I'm not fucking complaining one bit. Okay, the more like almost backstory and lore we can get with Ewan McGregor as the main character, because he's my favorite fucking actor, I will never complain about that. Okay, like it hit a lot of the nostalgia of like me being in my teenage years watching like the prequels, and the prequels are definitely a thing that like they grow on you. The older you get, even though like you watch them again and they're just so fucking campy and so like this is horrible. it's something that like you still hold fondly in your heart, and so Obi-Wan kind of hits that definitely to a certain degree. Like you definitely have like the feelings of nostalgia towards it. But is it like narratively a great show, or is there like amazing performances or anything like that? I think there's a couple of really sick lightsaber battle scenes, like literally 2 in the whole show that I can think of. And then the rest of it is really just, I think, understanding Obi-Wan's character, which, you know, it's literally called Obi-Wan Kenobi, so it makes sense. But yeah, it's all about understanding his character and like the shit that he had to go through after Order 66, Which, yeah, if you don't know Star Wars stuff, this makes no sense to you. So I'll just leave it at it is a good show, but it's not needed. And if you have nostalgia towards the prequels, you'll love it. If you are just like, Star Wars, then you probably won't like it. So moving on to the next thing. Oh, you know what? I should have put this fucking first because, all right, let's have a hot take moment here for a second. So in the month of June, I watched quite a bit of The Sopranos, which everyone and their goddamn mothers will tell you is one of the best TV shows to have ever existed. People will always compare this to Breaking Bad or like Better Call Saul or like those monumental big giant TV shows, Game of Thrones, whatever. And I think that Game of Thrones is one that's like it doesn't really compare. The way that The Sopranos and like Breaking Bad compares is that they're both highly rated TV shows, but they're also both tragedies. And so this is sort of like a slice of life looking in on a mob boss as he's trying to maintain control over the mom. Oh my god, I just realized this is terrifying. Like, I don't know if you can fucking see the mom in the corner, like right above me. Look at how scary she is, dude. My god. I didn't even look at this poster before I started filming. I don't want to look at her anymore. But anyways, so I watched, I want to say like 2 seasons, and then I just fucking kind of like lost interest. Like, what I think, I don't know. Okay. What I'll say is like everyone gets so horny for anything that has to deal with fucking mafia, mob stuff. I mean, just look at like The Godfather, Goodfellas, the new Irishman movie, The Departed, like so many Martin Scorsese specifically directed, as well as just mob culture in general is always highly rated. And I've just never really liked it. Like, what the fuck is so cool about it? I don't get it. So that might have something to do with why I didn't like the show. You know, if you, let's say that, you know, everyone is telling you to watch Game of Thrones, but in your core, you don't like dragons and you don't like fantasy, then you probably, despite how compelling the story is, you're probably still not gonna like Game of Thrones. And especially if you watch season 8, don't do that. But yeah, I don't know. So The Sopranos, it's just fine. I think I literally rated it a 7. Like, I would probably throw it on again to have something in the background, but nothing about it compelled me to want to keep watching. So I think that's really what I'll say about this. So moving on to the last 2. That's right, there's 2 more. 2 more TV shows that I watched in the month of June. I was a busy bee, okay? So starting with The Boys. The Boys returned, and this season has been probably my favorite. I was actually thinking about this earlier. I was trying to figure out which one of the seasons of The Boys I like the most. And this one's just great for so many reasons. It's fucking nasty. It's gory. It shows a guy jumping into someone's dick hole. Like, how could you not love that? There's just really wacky stuff that happens. I think it's also seeing like the kind of almost climax of seeing a character like losing his fucking mind is really neat. Like, kind of showing, like, the first couple seasons were like, oh, he's still trying to be in touch with his humanity. And then as the cracks form over the next 2 seasons, this is where it's just showing this character, who I don't want to spoil, just watch it yourself, but just fucking go nuts. And so if you're wondering what The Boys is, it is a show that is about superheroes if they were realistic, based on human beings that would get power. You know how Marvel is like, oh, we're full of heroes and everyone that gets powers is good. Not everyone, but you know what I mean? Like, everyone's great. So this show is like, okay, there are some terrible people in the world, and like, what if those terrible people got superpowers? And so that's what the show is about. And it's a great show because of that, because it shows a lot of like, yes, it shows a lot of like cool ass superhero powers and a lot of gore based on that, but also it's a character study on all of the different characters that are introduced, and that is a huge reason I like it. One thing I was talking about with my girlfriend yesterday was like, I love complex characters, and there is literally not one fucking character in the boys that is not a complex character. And so that's another reason that I find it fascinating. And one last thing I'll say about this season in specific, in particular, is I have never seen Jensen Ackles, the guy who's in Supernatural. I didn't watch Supernatural because, like, honestly, I don't want to upset anyone, but it kind of fucking sucks. kind of stinky. It's kind of stinky. I just never watched it. Was never interested to watch it. And so I never got to see Jensen Ackles. I don't even know if I'm saying his fucking name right, but never got to see him act or like give a performance. And I just only knew him as like Dean or whoever he plays on Supernatural. And so he's in this show in this season, and he gives just a fantastic performance. He's very believable. He's a very well-rounded character, and I really like it. So Jensen Ackles, good guy. I like him. So moving on to the last show. I could literally talk about this shit for 20 plus. It's already been 21 minutes of this video. I could talk about this show and this series, or sorry, this season specifically for 20 more fucking minutes, but I'm gonna try not to. I might make, like, I don't know, a separate video or something specifically about it, because I got some thoughts, you know. But goddamn Stranger Things, guys, fuck's sake. Okay, first off, let me say, apparently it's cringe, or like, what's that word? Based? I don't think that's the right word that I'm trying to use here. Oh, I think I mean basic. It's basic. That's what it is. Apparently, it's basic if you like Stranger Things, and like I don't really get that. I fucking whatever. Like, I'm usually a hipster that, like, if a lot of people like something, I'm like, oh, that's I don't want to watch it, you know, or like, oh, I don't want to listen to 5 Seconds of Summer or whatever the fuck people are listening to now. Like, I guess I'm one of those type of people, but when it comes to Stranger Things, I don't fucking care because it's actually so goddamn good. I can't hate it. Even if I wanted to hate it, I can't fucking hate it. And it's not specifically for one reason in particular. Like, the fuck, everything about Stranger Things, dude, is phenomenal. The writing, the characters, the fucking animation, the worlds, the sci-fi, the storytelling, how they are able, it's like, you know how in the Avengers movie it's like kind of impressive that they're able to weave a bunch of stories together and like have it be like you can follow it and it's cohesive in your brain. Fucking Stranger Things does that shit. There's so many fucking stories happening at once and you're still super invested, and you see how they intertwine, and they do it in such a way where it's like almost a fucking like murder mystery type thing where like, oh, that thing is connected to this thing. Oh, and I see. So then this thing happened. Oh, that's neat. Oh, and then this. Oh, I see. Like, and it allows you to just, you know, go off in the farthest reaches of your imagination and come up with theories and come up with like, oh shit, what's going to happen? And that's what I fucking love about this show more than anything, you know? And obviously, like, I'm a big lover of the 80s. Like, I was not born during that era, but I love the fucking 80s, from the music and the movies and everything about it, pretty much, other than the cocaine use. That was not cool. Don't do cocaine, okay? But like, I love the nostalgia. I almost love like the spotlight that Stranger Things put on 80s culture for a new generation to like admire and find something. And that, you know, that kind of brings me to what I was going to talk about next, which is music. And how fucking Kate Bush, unfortunately, I hopped on this train, okay? I had never heard this fucking song before Stranger Things, and that's kind of weird because I listen to a lot of 80s music. That's like the number one thing that's in my like phone, on my music app, is 80s music. So I had never heard this song, and yes, I jumped on this train, okay? I runned up that hill. I ran up that hill, sorry. I runned up that hill. Like, this is so cool that, like, this artist has broken 3 world records because of how many people found this song from Stranger Things and went and, like, listen to it. Like, that's insane. That's so cool. And I think that, like, obviously super deserving, this song is super deserving of finding like a new audience. But I just, like I said, I think it's really cool that Stranger Things can point a spotlight on things from, I wouldn't say like lost generations, but older generations that a newer generation might not be in touch with. And so that's another reason that, like, Stranger Things is just fan-fucking-tastic. And another thing, I will try to stop talking about this shit, okay? But just one more thing. Yesterday, as I finished Stranger Things Volume 2, Stranger Things 4 Volume 2, you know, I loved it. I love this fucking season. And I keep saying that. Every time there's a new Stranger Things, I'm like, oh, they're going to fuck it up somehow. This one might not be that good. And it always surprises me in being almost better. Like, I was trying to figure out yesterday how I would rate the seasons. And it's crazy that in my mind, like, I think season 1 will always be the highest for me, is because, like, that's when you got attached to it. It's the same reason I like Harry Potter 1 more than all the other Harry Potters, is you're getting attached to the world and the settings and all of that. But, like, Stranger Things 4 and 3 are so goddamn good. I almost can't pick which one of those is better. And this shit also blows my mind. Like, it's almost sounding like I'm shitting on season 2. Like, anytime I'm rating the Stranger Things and I'm like, okay, yeah, I definitely like 1 and I definitely like 3 and then 4 and then 2 is my least favorite. But that almost sounds like I'm insulting season 2. I fucking was saying this yesterday. If season 2 of Stranger Things was the only season that existed, I would still love it as much as I do. Season 2 is not a low point in the season or in the series. It's still fucking great. It's just, you know, all the rest of it is better. And so, I don't know. I think that's all I'm going to say about it. I don't want to continue just gushing. But my God, I usually don't hop on trains like this, but fuck's sake, dude. Stranger Things 4, so good. Watch Stranger Things. You know what? I'm specifically talking to Wheezy right now, and Tay, you motherfuckers. How dare you not watch this show? Oh, but I don't like the 80s. Oh, I watched one episode and I couldn't get into it. Why don't you suck the leftist part of my ass cheek, you fuckers? Well, I'm clearly very passionate about this. Okay, moving on to music. As I said, I was, got on the Kate Bush train. I listened to this song a lot. And the other songs that I had written down on my list were the Lost Boys soundtrack, For No Reason. So, this song was like in my head for some reason, like the other day. For literally, I had not seen the Lost Boys in probably like a year or two, and it was just in there, just in my head. So I was playing it pretty much just for a full day straight. Great soundtrack, great song from the Lost Boys. So, dude, if you haven't seen the Lost Boys, what the fuck are you doing? Go watch that. I also found a kind of, I have a few of their albums, but like I somehow missed out on this one. This is a band called Cemeteries. They play like really melodic, slow acoustic music, indie music, and my girlfriend says that it's every indie band that I listen to sounds like something that a sad girl would listen to. So I'll let you be the judge. Okay, she might have a point. This is pretty incredibly sad. It's good though. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry I like sad shit. So yeah, great band. Go check out Cemeteries if you like indie style music. So moving on to games. So, God, this is gonna be the longest motherfucking monthly favorites. Moving on to games. So my girlfriend and I, I want to say pretty early on into our relationship, we played a lot of Diablo III. I remember specifically one time she came over and we stayed up all night and just played Diablo. And it pretty much like anytime she came over after that, I was like, yeah, sex is pretty cool, but what about Diablo though? How about you put your pants back on and we'll play some Diablo? So yeah, anyways, Diablo 3, I have a lot of, like, I don't even know if I would call it nostalgia, because this is like, it's a relatively new game. I mean, I guess not, 2013 maybe, around there, but, I don't know, like, it's a game that, like, I just have very fond memories playing, with my friends, with my girlfriend, just playing by myself. It's kind of like an escape from reality, and it's just fast paced. It's fucking slaying demons. I mean, just look at this. What the fuck is going on the screen right now? I have no idea. And it's like, it's kind of like one of those games that, like, it seems daunting to get into, but, like, it is so fun just to hop in and enjoy it. So we played through Diablo 3, the story, again, and I leveled... What did I level? She can't hear me. She definitely leveled a Crusader, because she will not stop leveling Crusaders for whatever fucking reason. And then I think... Fuck, what did I play? I wasn't a Demon Hunter. What the fuck was I? Yeah, I can't even remember. There's only like 6 classes in the game, but I for some reason cannot remember what I played. Anyways, so we played through Diablo 3, and then also in the last month, Diablo Immortal came out, which is a mobile game in the same, universe and style of Diablo, and in a lot of ways it looks a lot better than Diablo, and that obviously is, the 10-year difference of Diablo games. But also it's crazy to think that this is on mobile. Sorry, this is on mobile, like, and it looks this good. That's just pretty nuts. I sound old, but I'm just gonna say it looks fucking great. So yeah, Diablo Immortal. A lot of people gave it flack because there's a shitload of microtransactions. Apparently, this is like a news source covered this. Like, apparently, if you wanted to get fully geared in this game, max level fully geared, you would have to spend upwards of $100,000. Which is like, what? That's crazy. But I, for one, have not spent a single red penny on this game, and I've just been doing a free-to-play run. I think I'm like level 49 ish, around there. I haven't been paying too much attention to the story or anything, because I've just been trying to grind and do like dailies and shit, but it's fun. I will say I've been playing it pretty much every day. Yeah, but if you like Diablo, if you like I don't know, demon slaying and all that shit, it's a fun game, very easy to get into. I know it seems daunting and whatever, but it's very easy to get into and figure out. There's a like an easy learning curve. So, yeah, that's what I'll say about Diablo. Moving on, other games that we played. So, Tay and Wheezy came on stream. Literally came on stream. And we played through Jak and Daxter, the first game. So that was a really fun time. We talked about a lot of inappropriate stuff on stream, including how many wipes is too many wipes when you're pooping. It was just, yeah, it was a great time, and I think it's a thing that, like, I'll definitely think fondly back on for many, many years to come. And I would love to do this like yearly with these guys, because they're a great group. There's some hilarious chemistry that I think that Wheezy and Tay have with me on stream, and so I would love to do more stuff. We're actually planning a video series with us 3 going to be kind of like the main hosts, if you will, of the series. So you'll definitely be seeing more of us, and I hope that it kind of shows that fun. Oh, I just realized you cannot see us this whole fucking time because I was covering it. My bad. But yeah, there's gonna be some fun shit with these lovely gentlemen, so look forward to that. I also did a little more streaming in the month of June, solo streaming, where I played through some 3D platformers that I had never played, and the one that I really wanted to highlight, because again, I don't want this video to be longer than 36 minutes apparently, was KO the Kangaroo. I had never played this game. I saw that there was going to be a remaster of KO the Kangaroo, and I was like, I never fucking heard of that. So I played it on stream for the first time, and I loved this game, dude. I don't know how I didn't play it sooner, but like, what can I say about this game? Like, it's great for so many reasons. Like, the music was great. The collectibles is great. The collectibles is great. Collectibles are great. Like, that whole aspect. I'm a big bitch for collectathon games. The charming kind of animation and that was also a highlight of this game for sure. I think like the one thing that I kind of shat on with this game was that the character designs are pretty goddamn terrifying. Like, even KO the Kangaroo just like looks so like bug-eyed and weird, but I don't know, maybe they fixed that in the remaster that they made. So either way, if you don't have like a way to play the old KO the Kangaroo, there is now a remaster for Switch and probably other consoles, but definitely worth checking out if you like 3D platformers as much as I do, because I am just a big fan of 3D platformers. So, was there something else? Yeah, let's move on now to the second to last thing. I'm going to make these ones quick, okay, guys? The second to last thing, which is food. So in the month of June, I had not that much money to my name. So what did I decide to do? What kind of delicious delicacies did I indulge in? Taco Bell. That's fucking right, dude. I had so much Taco Bell in June. I'm actually surprised I didn't gain a bunch of weight. I'm actually down weight, which is kind of crazy, but like, I ate so much fucking Taco Bell in June. And is it good food? Am I recommending you guys to go eat Taco Bell? No, I'm not. Like, even their best item is not something that I would wish upon my worst enemy. I'm just kidding. It's not that bad. Del Taco, on the other hand, now that's something that definitely would be used as a torture device. Yeah, but I've already wasted too much time even talking about Taco Bell's tacos. It's like, you've either had it or it's like, you're not missing out. You know what I mean? Cool, Taco Bell. So let me switch this view back just to talk about the last thing. So the last category I have on this list is finally the best thing from the month of June. So the month of June for me was, I had some weird random depression that is still kind of like, I'm hoping to kick its ass. I'm currently in the battle with depression right now, and I'm feeling like I'm winning. I'm kicking its butt. Don't worry, it'll be gone. I will win this war. It's fine. But like, there were definitely a solid couple of weeks, maybe a week and a half, that I just was fucking depressed in June. But something that really helped me out in June, kind of staving that off a bit, was streaming with Wheezy and Tay. That was really fun. But also, I had a chance to go down to a Pride parade. No, it wasn't really a parade. Pride festival with Tay in the month of June, and that was a lot of fun. You know, I actually, here, you know what? You've sat through this whole fucking video. I'll show you something I got at the Pride parade. Check this out. So I got these shorts. What do you think? I think they're pretty sick. I think they're also really short. They're really short shorts, and I've gotten some comments out in public. I've gotten some looks out in public. I don't give a shit. Actually, yesterday I was wearing these with a shirt that just said anal on it. So yeah, you could bet that I got a few old grandmas being like, what the fuck? Yeah, we went to a Pride festival, and that was really, really fun. Met a few of you actually there. There were some people that kind of recognized me and came up as we were filming stuff. So that is something that probably will be in a vlog coming up, and I will tell you more about that in an upcoming video. So hopefully you are invested and want to see more of that. But yeah, that said, how was your guys' June? Let me know in the comments or in the Discord monthly favorites channel. I apologize for this being, oh my god, 41 minutes. I have a problem. But hopefully you enjoyed me rambling about fucking nothing for 41 minutes. As I said, let me know what you guys did in the month of June. I'd love to hear it. And fair winds, everybody. I'll see you next time.